Warning: the following podcast may offend people with irritable bowel syndrome. This is Crudimentary Questions with your hosts, Sandy and Jill.
Hey, Jill.
Hey, Sandy.
I have a question for you.
Okay, go.
When was the last time you pooped?
Oh, that's excellent.
Excellent question.
Excellent question, because it just dives right in.
It dives right in.
It gets personal,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also very easy to answer because it was yesterday.
You haven't pooped today?
I haven't pooped today, no.
Are you okay?
I ate like a pretty neat breakfast, but like didn't need to go poop after. I've only had one meal today.
Okay. And so was this, we hung out last night.
Yeah.
And you had a pretty late night cheeseburger with everything on it.
I did.
So was this pre or post cheeseburger?
Oh my gosh. Now I don't remember because I got really drunk after that.
Did you poop at my house?
I didn't poop at your house. I pooped at I think I pooped before going to bed.
Okay, cool.
What about you? When was your last BM? Was it today?
It was today.
Oh, nice.
It was.
Was it a floater or a sinker?
It was a sinker. It was healthy. It wasn't nothing. Not a squirter.
I don't know the real. There's like a chart online.
There's a chart for everything.
Where it'll tell you like what's a healthy poop,
Mm-hmm.
what are the characteristics of a poop that doesn't have enough fiber versus has enough fiber.
Oh God. Well, I'm sure I definitely haven't gotten enough fiber in the last 34 years.
You should start eating Fiber One bars.
No.
Or grape nuts.
How about I just eat like spinach
or bran muffins.
God, no. I want none of that.
Or what's that yogurt?
Oh, the poop yogurt.
The poop yogurt. It should just be called poop yogurt, but I think it's called.
Well, they basically market
Activia,
yeah.
Activia.
Or yeah, something like that. They basically marketed it as like this is gonna make you shit like a champion.
Yeah, and there's nothing more appropriate than Jamie Lee Curtis being the spokeswoman of that, because I mean I love how comfortable she is talking about her pooping. Because that was going to be my question to you was, why do you think that there's such shame with pooping?
Because it's gross.
Because it's gross.
Yeah,
but we all do it.
Everybody poops, just like the book said.
Everyone poops.
I think this entire podcast is basically trying to get past taboos or to confront taboos, as it were, because I feel like we discuss polite society or civil society kind of a lot, and like we discuss profanity and like why are words bad, and it's just because there's polite society. Basically, we all kind of agreed not to say certain things in certain contexts. I think it's mostly that we've agreed that certain things are to be, kept behind closed doors.
And we're trying to open those doors.
We're opening those doors, but I would just like to point out I'm not advocating for like public pooping,
No, I'm not saying open the stall doors to the bathroom.
Let's keep the bathroom and stall doors. I'm
be
fine
very
with them being
embarrassed.
closed. Super fine.
But
fine with that.
I don't know. Maybe I would like to have that conversation with friends or something where I'm like, hey guys, I just had the most amazing poop of my life.
I did, yeah.
Sometimes I'm proud of it.
I'm really proud of it. And I think definitely among friends, especially this, our generation right below us, is much more comfortable than perhaps previous generations.
You think the millennials are more? I guess we're kind of millennials, aren't we?
We are millennials. Most definitions I've heard of millennials are 1982 to 2000.
Whatever.
If you were born. So I was born in 83, so I barely make the cut. You were born in 85?
Four.
Were you 81?
81, yeah. So what is he? Generation
X? He's Generation X, technically.
Or Y? Is there a Generation Y?
I think they tried to make Generation Y happen, but it didn't happen. The millennials happened instead. They were trying to make Generation Y all about, at least they told me at like all of the church conferences I went to, that you're Generation Y, saying, why? Like asking the question, why?
And so is Generation X just like, etc.
Generation X is Generation Extreme.
Oh, no, that makes
no,
sense.
they were the slackers. They were the, Nirvana fans. They were the, They were Generation X. I think why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
I think Generation X is technically like 73 to 82, something like that. So they were like in college in the 90s.
So you think the generation after millennials, which I don't know what they'll be called, they'll probably be called.
They'll be called crybabies. I'm kidding. I don't.
You sound like a curmudgeon.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not.
They're gonna be called. Okay, so like
I think they're just gonna be. I don't know. Maybe they'll let us. Can't we have them name themselves? Like, what are they about? I would say people born. I don't know a ton of people born after 2000 because right now they would be 18 years old.
Well, maybe millennials will just be what they're called for a long time, just like baby boomers. Baby boomers are a huge
they stretched,
generation.
I think they stretched 20 years. Anyway, I can't really speak to how people like our parents discussed things like poop, right? But I will tell you that eventually I'll repeat this when we get to our discussion of periods, because that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Is that my mom, when I got my period, my mom told me not to tell anybody about it. And she mentioned specifically that she didn't even talk to my dad about it. And that my dad wouldn't even know if she was on her period.
I think it is definitely harder for women to talk about bodily functions.
Oh, for sure. And
because
just to be clear, like, it was when I started dating my husband, it was just like, of course I was going to talk about my period. Of course I was going to talk about farting or pooping, or you know what I mean? Like, it was
for some reason men are just, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like women were supposed to like never poop.
Well, yeah, we're supposed to smell like flowers and and not have gross senses of humor, and like, all of the like, even when we had our discussion about profanity and we discovered the mung tongue.
Oh my gosh.
Spoiler alert if you haven't listened to that episode.
Mm-hmm.
But we never heard of it, and we asked my husband about it, and he knew what it was. We were absolutely shocked. And I said, "How do you know?" And his answer was, "I'm a boy."
Right.
And that he went to an all-boys high school, so of course they talk about disgusting things. And I will say that when I interacted with young ladies my age in like middle school and high school, we didn't talk about that kind of thing very much. But I was very specifically told not to. And I don't think my husband was.
I went to a public school, and I can tell you that there were some filthy conversations that we would have at slumber parties. I mean, I think that if you're around close friends, women are more likely to be upfront about some gross stuff.
Actually, you know what? I'm changing my mind a little bit. Nobody liked me when I was like, I just really didn't have a lot of friends.
Oh, Sandy.
No, it's true. No, in my school, and I hated slumber parties. And I was kind of a dick.
You were a dick.
I didn't mean to be, but I didn't like them either, to be fair. I used to eat lunch by myself and read, and a teacher finally went up to me and was like, "Why are you eating lunch alone?" And I said, I just said it because I like to read at lunch.
Of course.
And I think there was a pile of girls who wanted to reach out to me. And they asked me to eat with them, and I said no.
Yeah,
because I wanted to read.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't mean that in a mean way at all. And if those girls find me and they're listening, I'm sorry. I was not trying to be a dick to you. I was like, why on earth would you want to eat food with me? We're not friends. And it was just so odd to me to force that. Anyway, that's probably why I didn't talk about poop with my girlfriends.
With your girlfriends, yeah. It was mostly, we talked about sex, mostly.
Well, it's Great topic.
because we were curious.
Hey, we should have a podcast
14.
about sex.
You think so?
Yeah, I
don't know.
I think that'd be funny.
I don't know. I don't think anyone really wants to talk about it.
Nobody likes talking about sex.
I mean, it's not something that all of us do.
Yeah, and it's certainly not something that's like in music or television.
And it doesn't
film.
sell. I mean,
yeah,
I've tried to sell things with sex, and it just doesn't work for some reason.
Look, I take pictures of my huge tits and I put them on the internet, and nobody looks at them.
No, it's weird.
I don't do any of that.
But you should.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Right after this. So anyway, you're telling me you discussed discussed sex, but you didn't discuss poop with your girlfriends.
No, I think that it's still a topic that it is hard to talk about. I mean, I think that one of the things that I'm trying to get more comfortable with is being open about for instance, being in a public restroom and needing to make a deposit.
We're doing a podcast about poop. You can say I needed to poop.
Dropping kids off at the pool.
I needed to drop the biggest, smelliest deuce the world has ever known.
Blowing ass.
I needed to blow ass all over the inside.
I really like that.
Of that.
I really
of
like
that porcelain god.
So I used to try and do like kind of keep it in a full stream so that it doesn't make enough noise so it doesn't splash.
You don't want to get you know what I heard it called once?
What's that?
The toot salute.
The toot salute.
Yeah, when you first start and your butt just goes
the toot salute.
Yeah.
I love it.
You've done it. You've done it and you've heard other people do it. And I still feel embarrassed about it. I was at a music venue. I was about to do a performance at a music venue that you were at not too long ago, and I usually have to go to the bathroom before I get on stage because I have this fear that I'm going to get on stage and I'm going to need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't just
pause.
Excuse me, y'all.
I have to use the bathroom.
I gotta
because if you did do that for some reason, they would be timing you.
Oh, for sure.
You wouldn't be able to take a pleasure in that BM. You'd have to be rushing through it.
You don't want to rush through the BM. It's such a bummer when you have to do that. And so I usually use the bathroom before I get on stage. Now everybody knows. And I was really worried that I was gonna have a toot salute in this venue bathroom because it was not a single use bathroom. There were other stalls. Oh, okay. And I was like, I'm about to get on stage and I don't want some other lady in the bathroom to just be like, I just listened to her butt, before I start singing.
Wow, I really like the music your butt makes earlier.
You know what? Your butt makes better music than your mouth does.
Oh, that'd be such a burn.
That is a great burn. Don't use it on me, please.
But I've decided, because I was in the public restroom and I heard someone blowing ass.
Oh, nice.
And just letting it go, just not even apologizing, just being very open. Literally, her butt was way open.
Her asshole was stretching.
I mean, I felt free. I felt okay. I felt if I am going to not judge this human being for being a human being,
exactly,
then who's going to judge me?
Why would you because people are assholes. People with
then I don't care about them.
Assholes, but they will judge you. That's the thing. That's one of the most frustrating things about humanity is that we judge each other for stuff that we all do.
Ha ha! You farted. Oh, I have to fart now.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do now?
And when people ask me, because you and I have done this plenty of times, Jill and I like to go to parties and ask people questions, like a big group of question, and it just sparks conversation.
It's kind of where this podcast began, because we would just ask these really awkward questions and either gain friends or lose them.
Yeah, or
almost immediately.
Would, mark us to avoid.
Remember that guy at the gay bar we went to, and we cornered him?
Oh, God.
And tried to ask him a really personal question, and he did the whole looking at his phone and then walking away very slowly.
This is terrible that I don't remember that. Was this somebody's was this Grace's bachelorette
No, this was
party?
Halloween night.
I definitely know we've alienated folks, and I apologize if you've ever been cornered at a bar by us going like, what's the bravest thing you've ever done? But
yeah, I just realized that he was probably looking to hook up with a man, and there's two straight girls that come right up to him.
Yes, I
chatty
do remember this.
chatty Cathy's coming up to him, being like,
yeah, where we were cock blocking this poor
we
dude.
were cock blocking with our vaginas.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. All right, so anyway, one of the questions we've asked is, what is your most embarrassing moment? Because everybody's got at least one. And honestly, most of the time, they like telling that story because it's humanizing, and a lot of times it happened a long time ago.
Sure.
And I will tell you that 2 of mine involve farting. And
gotcha.
It just, why? Of course, like one of them, I was about 14 or 15. So, and it was
that
in front
makes
of
sense.
a boy who I thought was cute. But it was like, I'd heard him fart. Like,
but you're a girl and you're supposed to be all demure,
sexy.
Maybe you could make fart sexy, like. Producer can do a very good sound, but I can't do it.
Like with his butt?
Both. I've heard both. There was actually one time we were on the couch together, and he did this. I thought was doing it with his mouth because I'd heard that sound so many times.
Uh-huh.
I've heard that sound. And then I look over and he's just looking at me all red faced, and I said, "Your butt did that this time, didn't it?"
God.
I was like, "Maybe."
I wish I can tell you, I really wish I could control like the tenor of the fart.
There's someone who will appear on America's Got Talent
who will just put a microphone up to his butt.
Butt tuba.
Because there are people who apparently they can fart like the national anthem. Oh no, they can burp the national anthem.
Oh yeah.
What I'm saying, we got to find the national anthem farter.
Well, and burping is a rude thing. I've been told. I've been told.
Apparently, in certain cultures, it is a sign of like, thank you for the good meal.
Like it was satisfying. I am burping now to relieve gas because hey, we're creatures that have gas.
But
we need to relieve it.
The food was so delicious that I ate it so fast that I created a gas bubble in my stomach that had to come up out of my mouth.
And there's not a lot of difference. Okay, Sandy. I'm
sorry.
I am so proud of you, and that was very good. I don't like the forced burping because I can't do it, and so I'm jealous of people that can.
I really can't either. That was legit.
And sometimes I'm wondering if maybe they're hurting themselves because they're expelling gas that they actually need, maybe.
Ooh.
Anyway, off topic. But is it off topic? I don't know. We'll have a burping episode, I guess.
Yeah. I think I would just like to say, if anybody can contact us on our Twitters, if you can control the tenor of your farts. I would very much like to meet you.
I would be interested too, because I don't think you can, because I can't even control, like, it's a wild card when I go into the bathroom. I mean, I've tried to figure out if I just balance on one cheek and not the other cheek.
That you'll make less noise?
That I'll make less,
Uh-huh.
I've tried to figure that.
Yeah.
To be able to calculate that, but I can't do it.
No.
It's just.
It's
chance music.
I really like the way you put that. It's a wild card. It's wild card because every time you go into that specifically public restroom, because in the privacy of my own home, obviously,
I don't care.
Let it rip. Let it roll.
My cat can judge me all at once.
Nah, they're not though.
Just be like, I've seen your turds, dude.
You take care of his turds all the time.
You fucking nasty.
Dude,
okay, don't even judge me.
Does he stare at you?
Oh yeah.
It's because he smells it.
Well, and for whatever reason, when I'm on the toilet, he likes to come and like rub on my legs and stuff. He wants to be involved in the situation.
Maybe it's because he feels like you might be in danger. Do you think that's part of it?
I think it's also a thing where he thinks I'm just
in trouble because you smell crazy in that moment. I
don't really know, but it's like clockwork. And I'm in the bathroom, and he follows me in, and he's just like, "Hey, this is fun. I like this.
Let's hang out in
It's
here.
a poop party."
Whee! Oh, you should get him a little toy. You should drag his litter box into this bathroom with you. Be like, well, we're in this together, buddy.
No. You know what I should do the next time he's using the potty is I should be like petting him.
Yes.
You wanted to pet me while I'm pooping, so now I'm doing it to you.
Hey, you know what? If I had a cat, I would be so tempted to shit in their litter box.
No, you wouldn't.
Really? Why
No,
not?
Because then you got to clean it.
I mean, but what do you do with litter? Don't you? I don't know what you do with cat litter.
You don't know?
No, our cats were outside cats. They shit in the horse field.
You put it in the trash can.
That's what I figured, right?
Yeah.
I would have no problem.
You scoop it, or we have an automatic kitty litter system.
There's a robot that takes it out to the trash?
It is not. Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, I wish that was a thing. No, it vacuums the. So okay, there's like a litter box, and then they poop in it, and that poop just kind of clumps up.
Yeah, it gets all
And
up in
normally,
the litter.
every 2 or 3 days, you'd have to go and you'd have to shovel it
Yeah,
out.
you get a little spatula.
So that it can continue to poop in a clean.
Yeah.
litter.
I understand that, but I
So
realized I
ours-
just never knew where you put the
In the trash.
In the trash, okay.
Some people put it in the toilet. I don't know. I've always done the trash. Oh yeah. So we have an automatic thing.
A thing
so,
that automatically scoops it?
So it's like a rake. So like it senses when the cat has deposited.
Has shat.
When the cat has shat.
When the cat shat.
The cat with the hat has shat in the vat on a mat. And he spat because he didn't like that. Boom!
What up, MC Jilly?
Anyway, dude, that wasn't MC. That was Dr. Seuss Jilly.
I like it.
That's freaking Jill Silverstein. Or Steen. I'm not sure. Anyway, so it rakes it and puts it into this. And so it rakes. And I realize I'm using my hands to visualize this, and for podcast listeners, that's not effective.
Hey, fuck y'all. It's useful for me.
Okay, so it rakes it, and then this thing goes up, and it rakes it into the thing, and then the thing closes.
Okay. We can't use thing to thing to thing. It rakes it into a bucket.
It's almost like a garage door opens.
Okay.
It rakes it into the garage section, and then the garage door closes.
Oh, and then it's like we just get to forget about it.
Well, no, and then Jill, instead of every 3 days, every like 20 days.
You just take that and dump it out.
Yeah.
Take that compartment.
Yeah.
It's in a compartment. That's what the word I was looking for.
And
I
actually,
wanted to call it a cabinet, and I was like, that's not a cabinet.
We take the whole kitty litter, because by then he's pissed in it enough for the kitty litter to be completely needing to be replaced. It's actually very wasteful, and I wish we had a different system, but I'm lazy. Wow, the time has just flown.
It has flown, and I just want to point out that we probably spent 5 minutes on kitty litter.
No regrets.
Anyway, well, I like just to sort of finish out this section. I think it would be great if we all agreed that it was okay to walk into a public bathroom and blow ass.
And just let that tuba play its sad, sad tuba song.
Well, it's a great tuba song, because one of the other things I think that at least should be acknowledged is that pooping can feel really nice.
I want to talk about that too. Why does it feel nice? Maybe that could be an internet question, unless you already know.
Okay. You know what? I feel like we're gonna have
Something
to
about the prostate.
Well,
probably.
no. Well, we don't have prostates. Women don't have prostates.
Okay, well,
so
something in the butt makes things feel good.
it just I think it's you're literally getting waste out of your body. Like, and it's satisfying. You know, like you're all pent up and like, okay, so you've been horny, right?
Right.
And so when you're horny, doesn't it feel great to have an orgasm?
Right. So it's kind of like a butt orgasm.
A little, yeah. It's like a butt orgasm. So just let's think of poo as ejaculate, as cum. your butt's coming.
Oh my God.
And
I don't like that mixture. All of a sudden, that mixture is just very volatile to
I
me.
love it.
Well, you might be into poop sex.
I'm
then.
not into. Well, you know what? If I was, it would be fine. But I happen to not be into poop sex. But if well, you do you. I'm not. That's the thing. I don't want to judge people for. One,
I'm not judging
stuff they have to do, and also stuff that they enjoy.
I just I get okay. But okay, maybe I like the idea of pooping is pleasurable. And I mean, it's not orgasm level.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
just
literally
feels
orgasm.
Nice. It feels nice to get it out of you.
Yeah.
To have that thing that was in you.
Yeah.
And it's out.
But it's a relief
kinda nice.
of pressure.
And yeah,
and that usually feels pretty good, like getting a massage. I mean, I don't know why we have to.
Why do we have to pretend?
Yeah, why do we have to pretend? And we don't really have to deconstruct it, and we don't really have to psychoanalyze it. But I do think we should go on to our next section, which is looking up shit on the internet.
Haha, literally. But we're not going to Google image anything.
We're not going to Google image anything, or and don't click the porn sites. So we're going to sign off, and I just want you to know that about a half an hour ago, I took a dump in your toilet. All right, we'll be right back.
I appreciate that, Sandy.
Works.
Sandy, how many times have I told you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram? I mean, gosh.
Look, I can't remember what the handle is.
It's not hard. It's just words. It's just crudimentary cues. CRUDIMENTARYQS. It's really easy. Jesus.
Okay, I'll do it.
We're back.
Hi.
We had some problems connecting to the internet, but now we are connected to the rest of the world. For a minute there, I panicked because I felt I was alone on an island by myself.
You're like, what happens if there's a fire?
What happens if I have no one to troll on the internet anymore?
I have no comment section to be a part of.
Oh.
So since this part of the podcast is called interneting, we did require the internet.
Yes.
So we have it now. And Jill,
finally,
what have you Googled in reference to poop?
I Googled tips on how to poop in public.
Okay.
Right?
And you found things.
Well, I found someone who also wondered the same thing, and then some answers. Here we go. Tips on how to poop in public. I know this is horrid, but I can't poop in public. I can only go at home. Please help. Okay, and then there was a little sad face.
Oh, man. I feel like a sad face emoji should have a sound, and that sound should be.
Someone suggested taking Imodium.
Isn't that a what do you call it when it's not a diuretic?
It is for diarrhea relief.
Yeah, but it's supposed to make you not poop, right?
It's to decrease the amount of drainage in patients with. Okay, you know what? This is a terrible thing to look up. As far as I'm concerned, it makes you not want to go.
Okay, but that doesn't.
It takes away that feeling of go time.
But that's not healthy.
No, it's not. Okay, so someone else mentioned something a little more healthy, which reminds me of a story.
Oh yeah.
But it was a long answer, but I'm gonna abbreviate.
Yeah.
But he basically says, better idea, get regular. That way you can always make the bread at home. I go early in the morning and haven't used a public toilet in 30 years.
Oh, well, bully for you, motherfucker. Some of us don't work that way. I'm on like 3 different medications.
Oh.
And it makes it when I have to poo a lot. Not every time, but a lot of times I will have an emergency.
Right.
Yeah, like it'll like I won't have felt it, and then it will come upon me, and then I have to like tell my coworkers, no, I gotta go, you know?
Well, I make a lot of eating mistakes. That's what I like to call them, eating mistakes. And I know I'm making them. Someone
your
brings...
your mouth is writing checks your butthole can't cash.
Yes. That is exactly right. I am going into debt
with
my eating habits.
Yeah.
And so someone will bring donuts to work or something.
Oh man.
And there's something about donuts that I cannot resist.
A big hole.
I don't know if it's the fluffiness, if it's the fact that when I eat one, it felt like I just ate air and that I could probably eat 20 more and that would be okay.
I think it's the hole.
Is it the hole? It is like eating air because the hole is in there.
No, I'm saying that if you had a dick, you'd want to put your dick in the hole. I don't know what.
There is nothing sexual to me with donuts.
Okay, I apologize.
I think you have filled up your wine glass a little too many times. She keeps filling it all the way to the top.
No, yeah, I keep accidentally pouring myself 2 glasses of wine because I can't. These are weird shaped glasses. Continue with your story, please.
Okay, so anyway, eating mistakes happen to me all the time because I'm weak and horrible. And so I can't deny that I have to poop when I'm at work a lot.
You got to be honest about that.
I got to be honest about that.
But it's nice. It's helpful for your coworkers too. And for them to know you're like, look, I'm going to be gone and I'm going to be gone for 5 minutes. I'm not going to be gone for 2 minutes.
And I don't have any shame going to the poop factory at work because I'll do it and I'll feel great afterwards.
Well, everybody does it.
Everybody does it. But so this person is positing that you should be more regular. You should go to the bathroom at the same exact time every day.
But not everybody can do that.
Not everyone can do that. This is a funny story that it reminded me of, though. And it was when I was like 15 years old.
Great age.
Great age.
To be having a poop story.
Sure. And I'm in my bedroom, probably drawing, Simba from Lion King on my drawing pad, trying to get really good at Disney animation because that was my dream for a little while. And my dad, so our house had this... I was upstairs, had this balcony looking over the entryway to our house. So a lot of times my parents wouldn't just come upstairs. They would yell upstairs from the entryway,
Okay, I see what you mean.
Jill!
Yeah.
Jill, you didn't pick up your shoes.
I gotcha.
And actually, we were from Alabama, so it's more like, Jill! You didn't pick up your shoes.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that maybe was like more a Minnesota accent.
Yeah, I don't know what I did.
Jill?
I don't know what I did.
Jill, come pick up your shoe. Oh,
I've changed my accent so many times that I can't even decide what my real accent is. But... So my dad yells up on me. It's a Saturday afternoon, just randomly yells up, Jill? Well, that's my sister. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can y'all come out here for a second? Oh, gosh. That is not his accent. He's way lower voice. He's 6'4", big man. Jill? That's it.
Jill.
There it is. Oh, whoa. That just gave me chills.
And I accessed dad voice.
And I thought I was in trouble. I thought we were in trouble. And we both come out onto the balcony with our tails tucked between our legs because we thought we were in trouble. And we're both standing there looking at my dad, who is facing us upstairs. And he says, I just want to ask y'all I'm doing it again. Go lower, Jill. I just want to ask y'all a question. All of a sudden, I made my dad sound like a cowboy.
Yeah, your dad is a cowboy.
Do you guys use the bathroom at the same time every day? And me and my sister look at each other like, oh gosh.
Do we?
Is this a quiz?
Yeah.
Are we going to get this wrong? Are we going to be in trouble if we say no?
Or yes.
And so my sister, who is, a year older, so 16, so rebellious, she's in that phase. I still want to please my parents, which is weird. But so she says, no, Dad, stop being weird.
Great. Love it. That's the perfect answer.
And he says, I know it's weird, but I just want to tell you guys that I use the bathroom at the same exact time, 2 p.m. every day. And I am a lot more healthy because of that. And I just want to make sure you girls are doing the same thing. And I go, no, Dad. No, we are not.
He felt the need, like, right at that moment. So,
and I think it was about 2:30. So I think he had just had a BM.
Yeah,
and was excited about how good it was.
He just took a nice, healthy shit. And then was like, I should impart this wisdom to my daughters.
I should impart this poop wisdom to my daughters.
God, what a weird dad thing to... But that's such a dad thing to do.
Because he cared for our body health.
He loves you. And like... I should be like, hey, stroll in. Guys.
I don't think we handled it very well.
Well,
as
to
women.
be fair, that's That is odd.
as
but
teenage women.
can I tell you a story? And it's not about poop directly, but it was a friend of mine in college was dating a girl from Canada, and she came to visit.
Yeah.
And she ended up telling this story, which just very much resonated with me. And it was when she had parents who were very like free love hippie kind of people.
Sure.
From the Pacific Northwest.
Right.
And she was about 18 years old, and she'd been dating my friend for a couple of years, and they were sexually active. And she was with some friends who were about 18 years old. And they're all, sexually active, and it's a sex-positive family. I can't imagine what that's all about, but or what that's like. But they just didn't. Their parents knew that they were sexually active, and
so they were open about.
They were
talking
open about
sex.
it, and they were just like, "Oh, as long as it's safe," and like
that's nice.
That's nice. It's nice, and I truly wish that I had that. But anyway, so they were. This girl told the story about how she was driving in the car with her mom, and she was with like two of her friends.
Sure.
18 years old. And the mom they're just having a normal conversation, and the mom just randomly says, like, "Hey, ladies, just so you know, during intercourse, if you clench your butthole, you'll give the man more pleasure."
What?
Out of nowhere.
What?
Yes. And she told this story like her mom had been like just hanging out, and then just went, "Oh, hey, honey, by the way, like, I just have this little bit of advice for you." And that just, your story about your dad just really reminded me of that. It's just like,
I mean, it was.
it's the most
It's
random. And like, I wouldn't say inappropriate, but just like really intimate.
Well, that's actually a perfect segue to the other question I looked up on the internet, which was
how to
why does pooping feel so good?
All right, let's find out.
Well, the best answer to this was there probably is some merit to the relief at relieving all that pressure, which is what you mentioned, Sam.
All right.
However, I think it probably has more to do with the many nerve endings, which can be found in the anal region, which taking a dump stimulates.
Oh, who is writing this, by the way?
Let's see.
Because anal region is not specific enough for me.
I know, we're gonna get there.
Okay.
The anal region. We're gonna get there. This is a Yahoo user, the Canadian one. I love that.
Oh my God, why are we talking about Canadians so much?
I don't know. Okay, so anal stimulation provides many kinds of pleasures. The highest concentration of nerve endings is around the anal opening itself.
So the butthole.
The butthole, the anus.
Yeah. Why don't they just say the butt?
I don't.
Okay.
The actual opening of it, though. I think the anus is actually...
Oh, technically a longer thing?
I don't know. I'm doing a long motion, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, Jill looks like she's like fingering a straw or something.
This is crudimentary questions.
Yeah.
This is not crude right answers.
This is not get your answers right.
Yeah. A finger can focus on them especially effectively. When an object or a penis is inserted beyond the anal opening into the rectum, other pleasures are involved.
Ooh.
The outer portion of the rectum, like the vagina, has several nerve endings. The inner portion responds mostly to pressure. Some people enjoy the feeling of pressure and fullness. Once they understand these sensations, do not press on an impending bowel movement. Oh.
So if you're going to fuck somebody in the ass, maybe make sure they pooped first.
Yeah.
And if you think your dick or your whatever you're using is pushing on poop, stop.
And so in men, the prostate, which is just beyond the rectal wall, a few inches in, towards the front of the body, that can be a source of pleasure when massaged by a finger, an object, or a penis. And the lower end, also, the lower end of the penis or bulb, which is like my favorite now.
What did they mean?
The lower end of the penis, so past the balls.
Oh, they're saying
No, the lower end, like not the head, the opposite of the head.
like so where the balls start.
The bulb is near the anal opening. It is stimulated indirectly by most types of anal sex.
Okay, I really feel very I feel very naive at this moment because if you're having anal sex, I've never had anal sex. I'll be clear about that.
Yeah.
And I've never had the desire to or the urge, nothing against it. However, do the balls go in?
Or what?
Do the balls end up in the butthole? Because that's what
Oh,
it sounds like.
No,
that's
no, no,
saying.
no, 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 no. No, they're saying that if you put a object into a man's butt,
Yeah.
then there's actually a nerve inside the butt that is
Yeah.
stimulated, but then there's also the prostate, which is there.
Uh-huh.
But then there's also another layer is at the end, the base of the dick is
Okay.
also sort of connected to it.
Oh, okay. So this is the taker,
Yeah.
the guy who's getting stuff put up his butt.
Oh, you call that the bottom.
Well, okay, fine. So the bottom is getting stuff put up his butt, and the base of his dick is also getting stimulated.
That's what it's saying, but I don't know if the source is correct.
Can somebody just like tell us on
But
Twitter?
But the bulb is something new to me.
I don't know. I just
We
like,
should probably have an episode about anal sex.
I just don't know what the bulb is. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of but the reason why pooping and anal sex is connected to me is because I was in the lunch line in high school, and some dude that is just basically the troll of my high school class. He just loves to
Fuck with people.
just fuck with people. I forgot his name. It doesn't matter, but
His name is Travis. His name is always Travis.
oh, I actually know a Travis, so his name's not Travis. It's probably like Chuck.
Okay.
Fucking Chuck. Sorry if your name's Chuck.
No, sorry if your name is Travis, but my personal, like, everybody's got, like, their demon human being they imagine, and I have a real reason for it, and mine is named Travis.
Really?
But, yeah, and I apologize to all the very, very kind Travises out there, but
There's a
mine is
lot
called
of
Travis.
kind My first crush was named Travis. I have a family member named Travis.
No, it's totally
There's
fine.
a good band named Travis.
I believe you. I'm just telling you that Travises have haunted my life.
I get it. It's personal to you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this guy, I'm in lunch line. He's behind me, and I'm getting potatoes put on my tray.
Yeah.
And all he says to me is, "Hey, Jill, do you like how it feels when you poop?" And I was just like, sure.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
Of course. And he's like, that probably means you'd like anal.
Motherfucker, don't say that shit to people.
But I had the best comeback
You did?
that
I'm
I
so proud
thought
of
about
you.
4 hours later.
Oh, god damn it.
But the best comeback that I didn't say was...
Okay, listen up, Chuck.
Yeah. God, his name almost entered my brain
Yeah.
and then it faded.
It's fine. I want to know your comeback. Come on.
My comeback was, "Wow, you've been thinking about this a lot. That must mean you like it."
I mean, there's nothing wrong with anal sex, but
Everyone
like in middle
probably
school,
likes it.
that is choice.
Everyone probably likes it.
But he said something super inappropriate to you.
He did.
And he did it
And
because
all I
he-
did was go, potatoes.
No.
Let me go sit by myself now.
Well, but that's what happens. You know what happened to me? Some dude, the cutest guy in my class, who I thought was cute but I hated. His name was Mark. Oh, God, his name wasn't even Travis. He said to me, "Why don't you shave your legs? You look like a gorilla."
Oh, that's bad.
That was bad. And then you know what happened? Like immediately after that, it was a half day at school.
Did you shave your legs?
Well, I went home and got my period for the first time. And I was so upset about everything. My fucking womb hurt for the first time that way. I'd ruined a pair of underpants. My thighs were covered in blood. And Mark just called me a gorilla.
Don't say his last name. We'll beep his last name.
Mark Babeep had just called me a gorilla, and so I went upstairs and shaved my legs for the first time. That's like the biggest rebellion I ever did when I still lived with my parents. And sorry, that's not about poop, but
Well, all right. So now I think we should probably get to our next section.
yeah, let's call
We're
a
gonna
guy.
ask a guy, call a guy, call a man.
Okay,
Call
so
a
are we
dude.
gonna ask him if it feels good if he poops or?
I think I definitely want to steer away from anal sex because I think
Sure.
that's a whole other topic.
That's.
But I
yeah.
think maybe we ask him about how he feels about public pooping. Is he less shamed than a woman to public poop, or is he the same?
Are
shamed?
you? Because I
Is
will
it the
tell
same
you,
shame?
one of my best friends in high school is a guy, and he had such an aversion for public pooping that if we were like at a restaurant or a show, he would get in his car and go home and poop and then come
Yeah,
back.
I think that I might be mistaken with the whole women are more shamed than men because I think that there's a whole other dynamic with men having to choose between the stall or the urinal, and obviously stall just
Means
automatically means that you're pooping.
yeah, unless all the urinals are taken up. Also, maybe if you have like
In which you have a
a
save.
micro dick or something, and you're embarrassed. I don't know. Nothing
Also, men's-
against guys with micro dicks. I'm so sorry.
Also, maybe men's poops smell worse than women's.
They don't. No,
Could
they
be
smell
a
exactly
thing.
the same. I know because I, smell my husband's pretty much every day.
I kind of enjoy the smell of mine.
Everybody does.
Everybody likes the smell of their own.
Yeah, well, they just, I don't know. It's like familiar.
It is. I think there's something to do with your own. You're living in inside of yourself.
Yeah.
You're used to your own sniffing.
Well, and if it's particularly smelly, like I'm proud.
Yeah. We're being distracted right now by a hurricane outside, but other than that, we're good.
All right, so let's move on to the next section. We'll be right back, guys.
See ya. Ask a guy. We need a man's opinion, so we'll ask a guy.
Hello.
Hey, Tyler.
Hello.
Welcome to Crudimentary Questions. Thank you so much for taking our call.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so we have a question for you. Jill, take it away.
It's very personal, and I'm so sorry,
Uh-oh.
but
She's not sorry.
do you feel comfortable pooping in a public restroom?
I generally don't. I think mainly because my dad has always been weird about that. Like he will not poop unless it's at home and on his toilet.
You were influenced by your dad on this situation?
Yeah. He would never in his life ever poop unless it was at home.
Okay,
Just did not like the idea of it. So I guess I kind of have that bias because of that.
well, I mean, my question is, how far away from your house would you have to be for your dad to say, we gotta stop. I'm going home. I'm driving home because I have to poop now. Or would he just hold it the whole time?
He would hold it until he went home, or if we were at a motel, for example, he would poop there. But it would have to be a place that he's also sleeping.
So this is great because our episode was all about pooping, and I felt that there was a stigma for girls to poop or talk about pooping. But ultimately, I think that that same stigma is for men as well. Just have you ever been have you ever had to go so bad that you just go into a bathroom and someone's in there and they're pissing and you're just like, fuck it, I'm just going to use a stall, and you're just going to deal with it? Would you ever do that?
Yeah, I've done that before. In fact, I remember one vividly because I was traveling to North Florida from Southwest Florida. It was a 3-hour trip. I was traveling with my friend. We were going to Orlando to pick up somebody, and I think we were going to some river or something up north to go tubing. But we stopped at a gas station on the way, and I was like, I gotta shit. And I went into this public gas station bathroom, and apparently I pooped so hard, instantly, mid poop, somebody was like, courtesy flush.
Someone
and I
said
flushed.
that?
I flushed, and they were like, "Thank you." I was like, "Jesus, like I'm not even done pooping, dude."
That is amazing.
No, I've thought about
Yeah.
that though, because like there's been poops where I'm like, should I flush now? Because like that would be a sign of if I have to flush again, then that would be like, oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Well, no, okay, here's
Yeah,
the
one of 'em-
here's the thing in girls' restrooms. When you flush, that means you're done. Like that
Right.
that means you're done. And so
Yeah.
all the other girls get like horses in the barn, like going like
Yeah.
you know, like antsy
Yeah.
about it. So if you have to pre-flush like one poo, like everybody's like, "Oh my god, I
They're
get
like,
to
"Hurry up, dude!
hurry
What the-"
up,
Yeah.
motherfucker." But and then you have to just like I've never done it, but I feel like I have to call out sometimes like, "Sorry, that was a courtesy flush and I still have to poo more."
I think
Yeah.
there is a debate on whether or not men's versus women's poops smell worse.
Yeah.
Do you have any opinion on that topic?
I think it's such a societal like stigma that girls just like do it in such a way that they're never noticed. That's why men don't think girls poop, because it's like a secret
It is a
when they do
secret.
it, you know. Men announce when they poop. They're like, "Don't go in there, everybody." And it's like, you know, a public place.
I think
You know?
I think that it's interesting that that women are secretive about their pooping, yet they keep going to the bathroom together.
So we
Yeah, right?
What?
here's the thing.
That is a good point. Do they poop together? That's
No,
But hey,
I don't.
I gotta like dump. Could I leave you here this time?
Yeah.
They're like, no, I gotta be there.
that is I am not secretive personally myself. I would say I don't advertise it, but
Yeah.
I say I have to go to the
But you're
restroom.
not dishonest about it. You're
Yeah,
like,
I have to go
gotta,
I have to go to the
I'm
restroom.
going in there to poop.
Yeah, I have to go to the restroom, and then if I pee, I take 125 seconds. If I take a shit, I take 4 minutes. Like,
So
well, that's
is it always exactly 2
No,
minutes and
no.
5 seconds?
No, at work, I just do it fast. If I'm at home, it's like an hour.
I have another question because Tyler, when was the last time you pooped? Because I think I might
like
know
5
the
minutes
answer.
ago, and I wasn't home. I wasn't home for it either. So like,
Where did
I
you
definitely. I'm at a friend's house.
poop? Oh, that's great. I like
And
that.
I
I
have
like
to use
that.
the bathroom.
Yeah, well, you got to
Yeah.
do it. You got to make that
But
happen.
here's the thing. When I poop somewhere, I feel like I always courtesy flush myself, just because I'm paranoid about my poop smell. You know,
Do you
I'm
work?
very self-conscious about it, so
See-
I always courtesy flush, even if I'm home alone. I'm just like, it's always when, like, especially when you fart in a public place, that somebody, like, there's nobody around and you fart, and then the moment you fart, or as you're farting, like, somebody turns the corner, they're like, "Hey, I know I haven't seen you all day, but I have to be right where you're standing right now.
So
Is
wait,
that okay?" I'm just like, I just
I'm
farted
just right
here,
next to
dude.
you. I'm
like,
sorry.
why of all times you have to be here right now?
So let me ask you something about that, because it seems to me there's a difference between worrying about sound and worrying about smell, right? So what do you
Yeah.
worry most about?
Yeah.
Like, because if you do a courtesy flush and then you flush again, because ultimately you will have to flush again, do you worry about the sound of flushing more than once?
No,
No, not as much.
no. I think I worry more about the sound of pooping when I'm in a public place.
Do you
Like,
flush?
people like rip ass when they're pooping in the bathroom, and I'm just like, I got to get out of here right now.
Rip ass.
You know, I'm just like, this is because there's like smell accompanying that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Once you hear the sound of rip ass, you know that you
Yeah,
gotta
you just know it's
you gotta
coming.
get out of Dodge.
Because if they're in the bathroom, it's not just a fart this time. It's full on.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I think that my favorite thing is hearing someone just farting so bad on a toilet and being like, you know what? You were proud of it and you just let it happen. And I kind of like
Yeah.
that about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
You
I'm
can't
more
control it. It's
humane
like people
than most
who are
people, maybe.
Yeah, it's like people who are like self-conscious about sneezing or burping. I'm just like, dude, it's a natural thing your body does. You know, like why are you so like worried about it?
Well,
Right.
that's what I say about the whole like, do you flush twice thing, or
I have flushed to mask a,
fart
fart situation.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like
Or you.
Like, I don't have to cough right now, so I'm just I'm
If
gonna
you-
flush.
Another thing is if you're really close to the faucet, you just like turn the water on. That really masks
I do that,
some
yes.
sound. Yeah, that helps. So
Yeah.
like,
When there isn't a fan in the bathroom, especially, I have actually done that a lot. I'll
They're
turn the sink wide open and then do my shit. Literally.
look, guys. I gotta say, everybody.
It might waste
knows.
some water, but it saves me the embarrassment. So
Look,
in my
I
mind,
feel
it's
like
worth
they're
it.
saying. I feel like they're saying like, oh, they're washing their hands multiple times. Oh, that's so
No.
nice.
Yeah.
No, I am masking
actually
a
you have
big
diarrhea.
load. Yeah.
Okay, that I feel.
Yeah.
Look, guys. I think we all just need to be okay with pooping. Like we
Yeah.
all poop. and
Girls
we
poop,
Just,
guys poop, we
Yeah,
all poop.
we just talked about this.
Yeah.
That it smells
Yeah.
sometimes, and like that's not the worst thing you're gonna go through in your life is smelling
No.
a poop from someone when you walk into. I mean, come on, you walk into a music venue and the worst thing you smell is poop. Like that's a nice music venue.
I want to add to this.
Well, in the venue, maybe not. Like in the bathroom of the venue, I'd be down. But like you're sitting there watching a band play, and you're like, "Who's shit?"
Oh,
Like
I've been there.
I'm trying to watch. I paid to see this, not
Yeah.
smell this. Like
Yeah. I've
you
also
got to fart, dude. Like get out of here.
I've also been to music festivals where there's like a line of porta potties, and it gets really rankish in those porta potty johns.
Yeah. One of the last times I did that, I puked. I had a bad headache, and it didn't help. I actually puked in the porta potty. It was awful.
Wow, you are.
I've never been head into a porta john. That would
No, I
sound
didn't say
bad.
that. I was definitely away. I aimed.
Sorry.
I definitely aimed.
You aimed,
But like,
alright.
I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that.
So thank you so much for talking with us. For
Yeah,
thank you for
questions.
calling.
You were incredibly open and like, I just think honest, and I think that's what we were looking for, is someone that was like.
Yeah, if you're curious, I am not ashamed to answer questions like that. I'm an open book.
Thank you. We
I love
appreciate
that about you. I love that. And
Yeah.
So we'll most likely call you again for this section, and I appreciate your commentary.
Perfect. I do not mind talking about poops again sometime.
We'll have a poop episode
Or
too.
anything else, really. Yeah.
We'll talk about other stuff.
Poop too.
Awesome.
Most of our conversations always end up talking about dicks. I don't know
we talk
why.
about dicks like a lot.
That's great. I'm totally down with some dick talk.
Yeah. Dick talk
Yeah.
from
All right.
Tyler.
We'll keep that noted
Pick
for
my
next
brain about
time.
some dicks. Yeah.
All right,
I'm
man.
down.
We'll see you. Have a good
All right.
night.
Love
All right,
you,
thanks,
love you,
guys. You
Tyler.
too.
All right, bye.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Well, shit.
Well, shit indeed. I appreciate all our listeners for listening to us talk about the shit that comes out of our buttholes.
Yes, and I appreciate Tyler for being so honest about his shit.
That comes out of his butthole. And vomit as well. That not out of his butthole, but
Oh God.
Yeah.
Is that what diarrhea is?
Yeah, it's butt
butt
vomit.
vomit? Okay, yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Check out our band Butt Vomit.
Thrash metal.
See you Saturday.
Yeah. So, thanks, guys. And tell us all about your worst poop stories on the social medias, please.
Ooh, hashtag butt vomit.
Hashtag butt vomit is golden. All right.
Thanks for listening.